Zeraora V-Star and VMAX are cool cards with some really interesting attacks. However, they have, up until recently, failed to make a dent in the competitive scene. However, they came through really clutch with a 5th place finish at Kyoto's Champions League with this Arceus Lightning Box deck, which featured both of them. I'm Jet from InThirdPerson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about this Arceus Zeraora deck. Before we get into this video, quickly wanted to say Happy New Year. It's 2024 now. This is going to be the first video of the year, and thank you so much for making 2023 a banner year for In Third Person, whether that's on YouTube, whether that's on Twitch. Being able to hang out and chat with you guys on Twitch every week has been fantastic. The growth on the YouTube channel has been fantastic. I always feel motivated to continue to work and try my best, seeing all the comments of people who are enjoying the content, who are watching the videos and are then inspired to play the Pokemon trading card game, oftentimes for the first time. And I've even seen stories of people who got into it because of the videos, and now they're playing in tournaments and all that, and winning tournaments too. That's absolutely mind-boggling, and I can't begin to fathom how much this whole In Third Person thing has begun to impact the world. And I think that it's absolutely phenomenal that we're having an impact and helping to grow the community as a whole. So thank you so much for enjoying the content and being here supporting me through this. Even with the Extra Life stuff, which just wrapped up, we raised over $1,200 for the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals here, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you again. You are all a wonderful community, and let's get into this video. The first one of 2024. Arceus is the backbone of the whole thing. It's got 280 HP, great attack. Trinity Nova does 200 damage, 180 if you've got a double turbo attached, which the first one almost always does. You're doing 180 to 200 damage, and you get to accelerate 3 energy to your Pokemon V in any way you like. And on top of that, Starburst, phenomenal ability, lets you grab 2 cards of your choice, and then you shuffle your deck. And those 2 cards are imperative to helping you set up. And from there, you've got a lot of lightning-based options for what you want to accelerate with. Of course, you could just accelerate to another Arceus. That's okay. But we've got some cool attackers here, such as Zeraora V-Star, where for 2 lightning and a colorless, Crushing Beat does 190, and you get to discard a stadium and play. Could get some, I'd be probably not trying to get Path to the Peak out once you've done your stuff. However, it is possible. It's tough to do it in this deck, but it is possible to get Lightning Stormstar as your V-Star power instead. Lets you choose one of your opponent's Pokemon 4 times. So this is, I can choose the same Pokemon 4 times. I could choose 4 different Pokemon, and then you'll do 60 damage for each ping. So you could spread that out like any way you want, and being able to snipe out multiple targets in one go is ridiculous. So I would not bank. It's also got free retreat, which is not bad as well. I would not bank on using Lightning Stormstar much at all. But it's a cool option to have. 190 is a solid number. You're also hitting water types for weakness now in a world where Palkia is starting to make a bit of a resurgence. This is kind of good. We also have Zeraora VMAX, which I think is the coolest card here. Now, it is a 3-prize Pokemon, 320 HP, so you're going to have to be concerned about that. But Reactive Pulse for only 2 lightning energy does 60 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. If your opponent has 6 Pokemon with abilities, you're doing 360 damage for only 2 abilities. And with the meta being where it currently is, where there are so many ability-based Pokemon and everybody's trying to fill their bench, hitting for ridiculous damage, taking one-shots on multi-prize Pokemon with Reactive Pulse is actually not that hard to do. You can one-shot Charizards with this thing. Yeah, this could potentially one-shot a Charizard if they fill their bench up with the usual suspects, your Pidgeots, other Charizards, and so on. We even have a 2-1 line of Flying Pikachu VMAX as well. With that max balloon attack for a lightning and 2 colorless, you do 160 damage, and basic Pokemon cannot attack it on the following turn. So you're going to be stopping stuff like a Chen Pao, like Entei. You will not be able to stop Roy Moon's Frenzied Gouging, but they can't Calamity Storm you. So that's something to keep in mind here as well. So lots of cool potential attack options once you go past the Arceus. And let's go dig into this deck a little bit more. We've got 4/4 Arceus, 2 Zeraora V, 1 V-Star, and 1 VMAX. Yeah, prizing is going to be a concern, but I do like the combination of having both of them in there, even if it's just one of each. A 2/1 line of Flying Pikachu, and we've got 1 Ditto. Its transformative start is such a cool ability, lets you turn this Pokemon into another Pokemon from your deck, and there will be times where you really want to get Arceus in the active and you don't have it, but you have a Ditto or an out to a Ditto, and you can turn that Ditto into an Arceus, which is amazing. For trainer cards, we've got 4 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of our choice, 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basic Pokemon down, 1 copy of Escape Rope. This is pretty much going to be when you don't have Arceus, but you pop Starbirth, you're going to use this to get Arceus into the active, but there might be other times where Escape Rope is useful as well. 1 copy of Canceling Cologne. This is mostly for gusting up Manaphy and then canceling out the Manaphy and using Zeraora's attack to blast through. Very situational. I don't know if you really need this, but if you're gonna try and make the Zeraora play happen, then sure, have that Canceling Cologne. We do have a 4 Seal Stone, and yes, Arceus is great, and most of the time you're going to be using Starbirth, but there are times where you just needs cards to set up. So this might be a little excessive since you have multiple V-Stars that you could use, Lightning Storm Star or Starbirth, but 4 Seal Stone is such a good card that this could just help you get set up anyway. So yeah, I don't hate it here. 3 copies of Professor's Research, discard our hand, draw 7. Iono for some hand disruption. Both players shuffle their hands, put it to the bottom of their deck, and draw equal to the number of prizes remaining. There is a ton of hand disruption in this deck between Iono and Judge, where Judges shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 4. We've got 4 copies of Boss's Orders. Love Boss's Orders for gusting the correct target of our choice and smashing. We also have 3 copies of Path to the Peak for shutting down our opponent's abilities. Our deck doesn't really rely on abilities outside of Starbirth. However, if you do plan on using Reactive Pulse, this is something to keep in mind here. Path to the Peak shuts off your opponent's rule box abilities as well. So if they're playing something like a Mew VMAX, the Genesect abilities won't count with Path to the Peak in play. So that is very much something you have to keep in mind and try not to trip up on. And last but not least, we've got a Lost City. Get some of those, your opponent's key Pokemon that they want to bring back into the game, just out of play forever. And then we've got the energy counts here, 4 Double Turbo Energy, 3 V-Guard Energy, which is becoming a little more relevant these days, in particular against Giratina V-Star. If you've got one of these equipped, Giratina cannot use Lost Impact on an Arceus, which actually happened to be the key to me winning a match that I forgot to hit record on. So unfortunately, we're not going to have that match in here, but V-Guard Energy is so good in this deck. And last but not least, 8 Lightning Energy. So yeah, general game plan, turn 2, you really want to be setting up Arceus with the 3 energy, attack for 180 to 200 damage, and then go into the appropriate lightning attacker, whether that's Zeraora VMAX, Zeraora V-Star, or Flying Pikachu VMAX. Let's get to these matches. Okay, we get the Ditto. This is actually really good. This is really good. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. We could potentially get Iono to researched into something a little more helpful here. However, we do have the Ditto, which can transform into Arceus. We like that. Love that for us. And let's go turn that into an Arceus. And let's go and put down a Zeraora. And we're actually going to slam down Path to the Peak here. Now, that technically hurts us as well, but I have nothing going on. And this will slow them down too. My hand is garbage. At least it stops the Greninja. It will stop the Star Portal, I think is the name, the energy acceleration off of Palkia. I mean, kudos to Palkia. Palkia has been making a bit of a resurgence in the current meta. Yeah, this is Palkia with a little bit of Chen Pao, but yeah, we're stopping the Chen Pao here as well. That's really nice. We can hit the... Eventually, when we get Zeraora set up, if we can get Zeraora set up, we can hit for weakness. Now, it does suck that we just got... We're going to get Chen Pao into the active, and Arceus is... Yeah, Zeraora is a dead duck right here. And that's really unfortunate. Now, we do have the Flying Pikachu, but the Flying Pikachu is not going to hit. I mean, it will one-shot Palkia, so it's not entirely the worst thing in the world if we can get Palkia or Flying Pikachu set up. But right now, our hand is pretty terrible going into this next round. Even if we're hitting Palkia for weakness, we just don't have a lot going on. Oof, and they've got the Suicune too. If they get the turn 1 Suicune, they're still not knocking us out. Our bench is miserable at the moment, but... And they're going to get the energy as well. Damn. Okay, and yeah, this looks like a Luke Kirkham, like straight copy off of Limitless, right down to the energy, which is the default energy that Limitless uses. 2 Chen Pao might be a little different. Might be a little different, but it's not... I'm not knocking them. Like, I would rather people play... Like, I think it is totally fine to play... play good decks. I think you will have a great... You'll have a better time playing the Pokemon trading card game, playing good decks than not good decks. And yes, you definitely can have fun making your own decks and just exploring the game however you want. But if you put yourself in a public space, like an IRL event, like Pokemon TCG Live, people are going to be playing the good stuff, and you're going to have a hard time if you're not playing the good stuff. So would definitely lean towards playing a stronger deck than a weaker one. Now, 60, 80, 120, 60, 80, 200. They're going to be just short on knocking out this Zeraora. And that is unfortunate. But we can get Flying Pikachu rolling, which is nice. And that might actually be enough. That might be enough to salvage this game, even with everything being as much of a dumpster fire as it has been up to this point. Let's go and retreat. And we are going to use Trinity Charge to power up Flying Pikachu. And Palkia is not going to be able to one-shot a Arceus right now. Especially right now, our bench was too short, and also we've got the V-Guard energy up, and we can one-hit KO 2 Palkias before they can get a... Oh, they're gonna get the vacuum out. Like, they're gonna have to pray for a Chen Pao blast, and that's like one shot. So we're actually in a not bad position right now. We can... Flying Pikachu can knock out 2 Palkias. Actually, if we land Max Balloon once... Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, they're going to take the guaranteed 2 prizes here. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. However... Yeah, they're also going to need to get a whole whack of energy onto... They're going to have to get a bunch of energy on a Chen Pao. Actually, they're not even going to be able to hit with Chen Pao right now anyway. Right? Flying Pikachu hits for 320. They have to attack with an evolution Pokemon. So they have to attack with Palkia right now. We finally get an Arceus V-Star. Yeah, Chen Pao's just... They can grab energy, and that's fine. But I think we're in a great spot. Yeah, the resurgence of Palkia actually puts this deck in a weird spot. They have no energy acceleration. If they get Palkia V-Star down, they can accelerate 3 energy, but like they're still not hitting... They're not hitting Flying Pikachu unless they have some rope boss plays, which they might actually have. This deck does run... Okay, they get Irida, so they'll get the Palkia down, and they'll probably load up. Yeah, they'll have to like double rope or something like that at this point to make this work. I don't know. They might knock out the... They'll probably... I think they're going to knock out the Arceus. Or they don't know. Let's see how they play it. Let's see how they play it. If they're going for the energy retrieval, I think they're going to try and one-shot Flying Pikachu with Chen Pao. I don't know if they've... I don't know if our opponent knows what's coming next if they go for that play. Okay, it'll be very telling to see what they throw back. They've got 5 energy right now. Okay, 2 energy. and the Palkia, so they can only accelerate 3. Well, they were only going to be able to accelerate 3 anyway. So if they Star Portal to Chen Pao, they're still not even knocking out Arceus at that point. Yeah, are they just going to try and swing on Flying Pikachu? If they Escape Rope into Arceus, yeah, they could knock that out, but it's still... They're still dead. Oh, man. Flying Pikachu coming in clutch. Let's see. Do they go for it? Oh, man. Just do the thing. Like, we're... This is... like a train wreck. And I think that if they use the attack and they Hellblade, they still have to discard the energy. So, let's see what they do. I think they let it rip. Oh, there's the rope. Okay. They can knock out Arceus. That's fine. Actually, it does kind of suck. But... Oh, are they not going to knock out? Okay. If they don't get a KO here, if they're just stalling for time... I think they saw what happened. That's why they roped. Unless they rope again. They have to rope again and get 2 more energy. If this is how it stays, then I think we're fine. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Let's go... At this point, we hard retreat. We hard retreat. And we'll get rid of the double turbo energy. We'll go back into Flying Pikachu. We get Arceus V-Star. And we go and Starbirth. And it's basically just boss, right? Oh, I think our opponent scooped. Wait, did the game lock up? Okay, here we go. I think it's just boss for game. Boss. Right, we boss up the Palkia. We boss up the other Palkia. And then we just win. So let's put some energy on the Flying Pikachu. Or there. We swing with the Flying Pikachu. Now, they could Iono us. They absolutely could. They'll probably run at least 1 Iono in the deck. And maybe it would have been worth playing a... It would have been worth playing an Arceus, like another Pokemon down, just so they can't rope boss us here. Okay, they're just going to Melanie on a Palkia, at which point... we should be fine. They're gonna need, like, double escape rope to get through this. Okay. Yeah. Oh, they might just attack with Palkia and then lose. Okay. And, yeah, they could counter catch her, and sure. Chen Pao is going to knock out the Arceus at this point. Oh, they counter catch her back to Flying Pikachu. Very tricky. Very tricky. And we might lose now. I didn't realize that I was not counting on a double catcher play. But, I mean, good on them. So they're going to have to get rid of all 6 energy, though. If I could get an energy, and yeah, we can't one-shot anything right now, which is a little unfortunate. They will push it to within 1, which is... But they've got rid of all their energy. So, and they've burned their V-Star power, at which point... Okay, let's see what we can do. We'll judge, and we need... Let's see, do they have... Let's see if we can get an energy first off. Energy. No! Oh my goodness. This is horrible bad. Oh man. That was a absolute nightmare for us. I cannot believe we didn't hit energy there. Okay. Okay. So what's the play? Like, we have to... If I bench another Pokemon, we could be dead. If Double catcher. Okay, they've got no energy. It's just the one right now. 8, 9. Okay. If I bench something else, I think that's too dangerous. Okay, we get the... If I bet... Okay, so 60, 80, 120, 40, 60... Okay. I may regret this. I may regret this. We're going to swing for 200. And hopefully, Zeraora VMAX is in the deck. So 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80. They're still going to be short. I don't think they run Choice Belt at this point. And then Zeraora VMAX should do... Yeah, Zeraora VMAX should just hit, right? So if they're swinging... Assuming Zeraora VMAX is still in the deck, we might be able to take the win. V-Star is out. Okay. Please tell me the VMAX is in the deck. It's not one of my 2 prizes. I hope and pray. Actually, let's get rid of the V-Guard energy here. There it is. There it is. Okay, so we're going to attach this double turbo, hard retreat, and we'll get rid of the double turbo. We will go in with the Zeraora. Zeraora VMAX comes in, and we will be hitting Max Fist for 460 damage. We have to discard 2 energy, but that's fine. We get the win. GG. So I will admit, I thought this was going to be easy peasy. Between the Flying Pikachu hitting for weakness and all that, I thought we would just absolutely demolish our opponent. However, they did some really creative moving around the Flying Pikachu. The double catcher play I was not expecting at all. Like, I didn't even... I maybe would have factored 1 counter catcher, but 2 counter catcher and Palkia. Like, no, I was not expecting that. So losing the Flying Pikachu when we did made things very interesting. What? We're up against another water deck? Are you kidding me? Okay, so I then am not worried about the... Okay, let's go and Zeraora, and I'll play the energy, and let's go Slam Down Path. They can figure it out. They can figure it out. It technically hurts us as well, but I would rather them try and figure this out than us figuring it out. Kind of interesting. We're getting more water matchups. I did not plan for this. I would prefer to not hit something for... What? Oh, they've got the metal. They've got that Goldingo tech. This is another one that did... It started to see some play in online circles, but is now popping off in the... Okay, let's go. Actually, Zeraora VMAX is good here in the sense that... Let's go and grab an Arceus V-Star. VMAX is good because their deck is their board is gonna be full of abilities, and we could take advantage of that and potentially get one-shots with Zeraora VMAX. Now, I don't have... Ooh, okay. Yes, this is brilliant. We will go in Lost City, and now we pop our Starbirth, and let's go and grab ourselves I think we have to get double turbo energy, and I could grab... Let's go grab double turbo, and I'd probably give ourselves another draw card. How married am I to this current hand of cards? I think it's fine. Let's go and grab ourselves an Iono for some more hand disruption, and also just so we can further set up on the following turn. So I'll bench the second Arceus. Zeraora V-Star. Actually, you know what? Let's go double Zeraora here. And yeah, let's go dumpster the Greninja. And worst case, we can hit Palkia for weakness. Best case, we can one-shot Gimme Ghoul or Arceus with the V-Star and the VMAX. So if we lean all the way in on Zeraora, And yeah, if they're going to go in with Palkia right now, then yeah, we could even just go in with the Zeraora V. I don't know if we have to, but that's a play we could make. Okay, they're going to get the V-Star, and they can accelerate 1 energy. They're probably going to attack right now, but it's not for much. It's not for much. Right? They'll draw a card. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, here we go. They're going to get some energy. And yeah, they will be able to accelerate some energy here. Get off a pretty poor attack, TBH. Unfortunately, we need more. We need them to bench more stuff in order to really take advantage of these Zeraoras here. Oh, okay. What are they going to boss up? All right, sure. Subspace Swell, 120. It's not great. Yeah, we're still going to one-shot this. So it's not... That's not particularly great for them, regardless of where the rest of this match goes. Unfortunately, we are giving them more cards. I am aware of that. Now, Zeraora V-Star is... Oh, this is actually kind of cringe, TBH. 190, discard a stadium. You may discard a stadium. Yeah, I think we have to go with the V-Star here. And I will hit for 380. And I think we want to keep the Lost City in play. No. Okay, let's go. Little bit of a dumpster fire of a match here. Kind of regretting some of my choices. We really needed out to Zeraora VMAX, and also... Yeah, we may not have all the pieces we need to close this out. Okay, they are going to get an Arven, and that at least gets them a bunch of energy. Like, I do have to be concerned that, yeah, they're gonna get a KO here. I'm fairly certain. But yeah, now our hand kind of sucks. And they just need to get rid of 3 energy here, which I think they're going to get right now. Unfortunately, going to lose the Zeraora V-Star. Maybe there's an argument to be made that I should have held the V-Star for this Zeraora, but I think we need that to be the VMAX. Like, absolutely need that to be the VMAX if we're gonna win this match. Okay. I think there's an argument to be made. Okay. For... No, let's go and swing for 180. And we have no energy to accelerate there. That's a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully they do not have like an energy retrieval and can make some stuff happen here, or this could be very bad. I need an out to the Zeraora VMAX. This could be absolutely ridiculous for us if... Oh man, this Arven build, they are going to get the recovery here. Is it going to be enough, though, is the million-dollar question. Right? Do they have enough energy? Justified Gloves does nothing. I think they just happen to have that for the Charizard tech. If they don't have enough, we could potentially get away with this. Right? We knock this out, bring it down to 1, at which point... Oof. We hang on with the Zeraora. Oh, man, they're definitely going to get the energy at this point. Yep. Ooh, this is not good. This is not good. I don't think we're hanging on. Yeah, they're going to let it rip and hit us for 6. They get rid of a Cheryl. Interesting. So we really need... we really need to find that Zeraora VMAX or an Ultra Ball here. We're in full top deck mode. Otherwise, we probably... Oh, they only have 2 cards, right? Oh, they're going to get 2 more here. So we really need to make some stuff happen right now. We get an Arceus. That's not good enough. And this is 190, and we can't attack next turn? Are you kidding me? Okay. That's ridiculous. Let's go and Thunderous Bolt. For 190, we need to find the VMAX right now. And I hope it's in one of these 2 cards, or at least an out to the VMAX. Okay. If they can knock us out right now, I am going to be very sad. Can we one-shot a... I don't know if we can one-shot... That's actually... If they can't knock us out right now, that's a massive mistake. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh, they can't... We can't attack right now, can we? Okay, it's down to 1. We have to find Zeraora VMAX right now. Or an out to Zeraora VMAX, or we lose. Okay, there it is. There it is. Zeraora VMAX coming in with the... Oh, we have to burn Max Fist right now. Okay, hold on. We'll attach this energy. And then we will Max Fist for 240. And we hang on just barely for the win. GG's. That was a weird match. Some Palkias coming back. The Goldengo's hitting crazy right now. Yeah, maybe Goldengo's about to pop off here. But again, a lightning type benefiting us yet again, running into another Palkia. And Palkia is a card that we're probably going to see more going forward. It's had multiple great tournament showings here between Stuttgart and I cannot remember the other tournament before that. But Palkia has been doing very well, and this Palkia-Goldengo combination is one that I plan on covering. If I haven't covered this already on the channel, I don't know exactly how it's going to pan out for the new year. So Lightning type is great. And Zeraora, that wasn't exactly the way I wanted to attack with Zeraora VMAX or V-Star for that matter, right? I really wanted to use that either Lightning Storm Star to show the cool snipe attack, which is admittedly like unlikely, or at least the VMAX attack, which lets you hit based on the number of abilities on the board. And this is Goldengo's an amazing one for that because they have so many abilities on the board that Zeraora VMAX can one-shot a Goldengo under most circumstances, but it didn't happen here. Regardless, we get the win. GG's. There we go. That is a look at the 5th place Kyoto Champions League Arceus Zeraora Lightning Box deck from Ryohei Miyamoto. Congratulations to them on the amazing performance. I also should have noted that apparently with Champions League, it was a 2-day event, and for any players that made it to day 2, you could switch your deck, which is not something that is usually allowed in international tournaments. So I'm not sure if they played this deck all the way through or if they switched into day 2. Regardless, day 2, getting all the way to 5th place out of a massive tournament is absolutely insane. So congratulations to Ryohei Miyamoto for the phenomenal finish with this cool deck. I wish I could have shown more of the cool tricks that this deck has. We technically saw all the lightning attackers attack, but like Zeraora snipe attack we didn't get to do, and reactive pulse unfortunately we didn't get to use as well. But I think there's some merit to this deck, especially in a world where Palkia is starting to get more popular again, and you can just one-shot Palkias even with the Zeraora V. So really cool Arceus pile here to work with. But what say you? Do you believe in the Arceus hype? Is it finally time for Zeraora V-Star VMAX to shine? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. Before we get out of here, you can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.